Hello.
We are Project Communication, and we are perfectly imperfect. I'm Linda.
I'm Sherry.
And I'm Mary.
And did you notice we all were in sync this time?
First time yet.
That's great. So today we are excited to welcome our second guest for our podcast. His name is Koke Mailo-Podewils, and he is otherwise known as Mr. Positivity. And he has 6,000 followers on his Facebook page, and his mission is spreading smiles and hope through music, motivation, and mental health awareness. I've had the pleasure of working with Koke in the past, and I am impressed with his ability to be non-judgmental and to capture the attention of individuals and an audience alike. He reminds us that we all matter, and he has worked with the recovery and addiction community. He has made a serious impact on many lives.
You may have seen him at the Sheboygan Farmers Market or at the Sheboygan Winter Market. He is there almost every week.
Yeah. And if you happen to see him in the grocery store, he may just come up to you. You can go up to him. You'll recognize him by his rainbow-colored socks. And he may just give you a freestyle. But anyway, without further ado, I would like to welcome Mr. Positivity.
Yes.
Yay. Hi, we are here again, and this is Mr. Positivity. So, how are you today?
Amazing. I pretty much, as soon as I open my eyes, it's all bonus footage. What am I going to do with it? That's the way I look at it. But yeah, I'm Koke. Some people call me Mr. Positivity.
I love it. So just my first question is just tell us a little bit about yourself and your movement. And maybe you could also, at the end, give us one of your freestyles.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
So, how y'all doing? My name is Koke. I actually, it's been a long road of drugs and alcohol and recovery and everything. I grew up in Tennessee. Moved around here and there. My father was in the military, and my mom was with them, and then remarried. And as a kid, I went through it in trauma. We'll just say that. Mm-hmm. Went through a lot, and I carried it with me for a long time. I played football in high school, had a scholarship, quit. Mm-hmm. Didn't have the drive, the mental that went with it, and which led to a lot of drugs, alcohol use, criminal activity, all because I was ashamed of me, because I was hurting. And, fast forward, so man, there's a lot. I mean, how far do you want me to go back? You said you had 30 minutes?
Well, you can hit the highlights.
So but like I said, I played football all through high school. And actually, a big change for me was my parents moved away the summer of my senior year, before my senior year. Oh. They moved to Knoxville, and I was living in Collierville. And I moved in with a friend. So I went from having no freedom. I'm talking about I was raised very strict, very intense discipline, manipulation, mental, like you wouldn't even lived by fear. We were raised to fear.
So all of a sudden you're just kind of, okay,
mm-hmm.
You're
all
on your
of a sudden
own.
I can write myself in and out of class at 18 years old. You can do that down there. And I could do what I want. I went from not missing any days of school, my entire school career, to missing 76 days or 56 days my senior year. Literally the only reason I had good grades in most of my classes is because I played football. My coaches gave me my grades, which was awesome back then, which sucks now. Because I never built those study habits. I never actually learned. I was just coasting through thinking, I'm going to play pro football. I don't need to know any of this stuff. Mm-hmm. And, I used to party on the weekends. Friday nights after football games, we had keg parties, and we were drinking. Never ever realizing it was the beginning of my addiction. And this is something that come up. I started writing a book, and this is something that came up, and I didn't even realize how messed up it was until I said it out loud. I was 12 years old, drinking Old Charter whiskey out of one of the glass bottles, with chunks in it too, because it was old. I remember this, and smoking a cigarette and listening to Waylon Jennings crying. No idea why I'm crying. No idea of the pain that I'm carrying.
But thinking you're
but
solving it all
thinking
with
that's
the
how
drink.
I'm
yeah.
solving it because of the country songs and all the stuff I grew up with. Like my parents didn't use. They didn't drink. My mom was, my stepdad was a very, very intense person. Discipline, not even discipline. It was power. And actually before that, my father and my mother. My actual father, he was military. We moved around. I don't remember a lot of that. I went to school in Germany, preschool in Germany. My sister was born there.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
But I don't remember a lot of that. Do you want to know what I remember? The last thing was I was about 3 years old, sitting on my mom's lap, asking her why we're leaving my father. Because they had gotten a big fight, and I remember it. I don't remember much, but I remember that.
Wow.
And to tell you that when my father, and I carried it with me forever. I carried that trauma with me until about 6 years ago when I started my recovery.
Wow.
And I will tell you this, though. I got to talk to my father before he passed away last year. And he told me he was proud of me.
Yeah, good. It's okay.
And that cleared everything.
Yes.
Like, I didn't get to see my father much, like most of my life.
He was proud of you.
But when I got to reconnect, and a lot of it was me, my addiction. Times that he came into my life, I used him. I wanted money. I wanted something. I never took the love that I could have gotten back then because I wasn't aware that I deserved it. And these are things, literally, I'm almost 50 years old learning as I go. I'm walking through what I would have learned at 20 in my 40s and 50s. And I can see it. I have wisdom now behind these things, these process of emotions, the insecurities, the judgment, the anger. I will tell you one of the biggest fights through my entire recovery is controlling my anger. Because people attack me daily for how I look, for my nails, for my socks, never knowing I'm probably battling things that you are too.
Yeah.
Until if they can get past the judgments. But had I not been able to, I've been attacked physically in this community, called names, kicked, pushed into a store. Had I not been able to control my anger or worked on myself, it would have been over right there.
Sure.
And you don't, you don't
I would have
look to
lost
be
everything.
a person that you could easily
And I
mess
don't
with.
carry myself like that. You know what I mean?
I know
don't
you
carry
don't.
myself because
No.
a lot of people, I saw somebody say this. They said, it's not being a good person is the hard part. It's knowing I could change the situation with anger.
Yeah.
But I don't because I'm a good person.
That's an awesome. And I'm gonna go off script a tiny bit and say,
Go right ahead.
if anybody out there knows of an addict, please stick with them because that is not who they are. When you were your worst and pushing your father, whoever, away
There's more coming.
because you hated yourself. Remember, that's not who that person is. And if we give up too soon, even though someone is nothing like we remember them being, you miss out on some great opportunities to have some great relationships with
We carry
with
light with
people.
us. It's whether or not we want to see it. If
Right.
we put the work into our light, all of us, you too, anybody watching this, you wield power.
And loving
You wield-
yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
Because
Once you love yourself, it's a superpower. It changes everything.
Yes.
That's how I'm able to do all of this. I'm not sober because I focused on recovery. I'm in recovery because I love myself. I won't put that junk in my body. Period. I've worked too hard to be happy and healthy. Are you kidding me? And people are like, do you think about using? No. It's a death sentence.
You don't think about using?
Ever. You know how many times I've
good.
thought about using in this almost 6 years? Once. And it's when my mental health was struggling.
So I'm going to continue here a second. How close to death have you been?
When I was in addiction?
Yes.
Oh, I tried to kill myself a couple times. One time I was calling around. So help wasn't available for free like it is now.
Right.
It didn't used to be like that.
No.
So I'm sitting at home deep in my addiction one time, calling everybody, I want to quit. I don't know what to do. Help me. Everybody, $300, $400.
Yeah.
ER, can I please come in there? I don't know what to do. I'm going to end up dead. Please help me. Nope. Nobody helped me. And do
It's
you know
all
what?
about money.
I said, and in my head, I'm like, well, if nobody else cares. So I took a bottle of Xanax, took a bottle of Jack Daniels. I drank that entire bottle of Xanax, washed it down with Jack Daniels, And I woke up the next morning about 2 blocks up my street, leaning against a apartment building, not knowing why I was able to wake up, wondering why. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it just, it was because I felt hopeless. Because it felt like there was nobody there. And if nobody cares, why should I? And that has stuck with me because for me, I had to be my biggest cheerleader. Period. I had nobody's with me when I'm in that dark corner, when I'm telling myself, you're trash. Look at you're failing. You're awful. You're terrible. Wait a second. Who are you talking to?
Right.
And that's me talking to me. Who are you talking to? I've done the work. What do you mean I haven't? I do deserve love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's hard. That type of work is hard. That's that shadow work people talk about.
But if you can come from this to who you are and the hundreds, thousands of people that you influence in a positive way every day through the work you do, anybody can turn themselves around.
Oh, absolutely.
If you can do it, you
How
can
bad
do
do
it.
you want
It's
it?
hard, but you can.
How bad
Maybe
do
I
you
think
want
we're
it?
going to go to our next question.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I'm flipping the next page over.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
That
I did,
answers.
so I'm scattered.
Oh, okay,
I move
that-
around.
No,
I think you answered our number 2. So.
That takes care of all those questions that were on there,
Okay.
and just that and the
Okay, yes.
if you haven't watched, or if the viewers for this program haven't watched, we did a series of 4 videos on bullying, and you're talking about saying some of the exact words we used on dealing with bullies, except you were bullying yourself.
True.
And taking back that power that, and we talked about, being the superpower that you needed to take back that power. So if you haven't watched the videos on bullying, go and watch, and especially the last one on forgiveness.
You touched on that too.
Yeah.
So you're weaving all of our little topics together.
Yeah.
I mean, to
You
be
really
honest
are.
with you, all of the AODA that I went through that didn't work, the prison boot camp I went through that didn't work, all of that knowledge, it did influence me. And it does come up here and there, and I do remember things. And that's it. I'm waking up that knowledge that I was given, but refused to use.
It wasn't, you weren't ready for it at that time.
No
and
priorities
thank
there,
God you were able to survive that whiskey and Xanax cocktail that you gave yourself.
Oh, this is just the first one.
You know,
It was like there was a couple.
Yeah.
I tried when I was young too, when I was 12, 13 years old, because I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And on the bully thing, so I hold myself accountable truly. And because I was insecure and wanted to fit in with the football players, we bullied people that didn't, we called them druggies and all of these things, and I hated it. Hated every minute of it. It was not who I was. But you know what I did? I hung with them because I wanted to fit in with them.
that was one of our points too.
Yep.
Why does a bully? Why do the other people hang with the bullies? Because they're the ones with the power.
Yep. I wanted to be
and
with
you
them.
wanna
I wanted to be
because
cool.
if you're not with them, because then they're going to bully you.
Yeah.
And you want to, if you're with the bullies, then you're safe from
Even
the
though
bullies.
I was bigger and stronger than all of them. And that's the truth. I had stronger stats than all of them, but I feared them.
Yes.
Because they were the ones in power.
They were the ones.
That's a really
in power.
good point.
Let me tell you this. When I quit football and came home and was homeless, who do you think gave me a place to live? It wasn't the football players.
It was the
those people I
victims.
picked on, but I apologized to a whole lot of them because I felt awful, and I still feel terrible. So if I did that to you and you see this, I am so sorry. So sorry.
Yeah.
But it's those things like that I used to hold my like shame with that too, that I picked on people that I made them feel like I did.
Right. Right.
Like and
it
now
made-
it's opposite. I don't ever want you to feel like
No.
that, you know? And
Okay, yeah, Mary had
You brought
talked
these for
about
me,
that
right?
too. Yes, we did. We did.
Yeah, I understood. I said I understand psychologically that it happens. I don't understand how somebody who went through it could inflict that pain on somebody else.
But now we're
funny.
getting insight as to
Yeah, so-
kind of
yeah,
why. a little
exactly.
more.
carries on like my relationships because of my trauma. My power, my stepdad ruled with power. And in my mind, if I control them, they'll love me. They'll hang out with me. They'll do what I want. And I was
Yeah.
possessive. So Stephanie, who I'm with now, we've been together 11 years. The first 5.5, I was that insecure possessive. Who are you with? What are you doing? Why are you still at work and you should have been home 10 minutes ago?
wow. Yeah.
I was that person. You see me now, you can't
yeah.
believe, but that was me. And
Right.
thank goodness, thank you, Steph, for waiting for me to wake up. Because you know what it was? It was all me. I hated myself. I was insecure. I was ashamed. And,
Right.
and I thought, well, if she's only going to love me if I control everything that you do. And literally, I thought I was Casanova. I thought I was Romeo. Literally thought I was the best boyfriend. And I ruined all of my prior relationships. And I used to be like, oh, they cheated on me. Well, yeah, if you tell somebody they're going to cheat on you every day,
They might do it.
they just might do that. You know, and I never thought about that when it was going on. And now when I look back at it, I'm like, I tell Steph sometimes, I love you. I'm sorry. Just out of nowhere, you know, like,
See?
I
But
don't
that's
have
the
it.
real you that was there.
Yeah.
I don't
That's-
have that
yeah.
nervous feeling.
No.
It used to feel like I was falling. And it was mine. I created
Yeah.
it. Like, and it carried with me that trauma, that control, those insecurities.
I was just gonna say
And we've covered.
we kind of did. I just said
Yeah.
one of the things I really like about you is that you show your emotions, even the raw and the hard ones,
Yeah.
and that is strength. Some people may not see that, but they're wrong. And I'm not opinionated or anything, but anyway, I think it's really important, and I think it's a gift to share your feelings and to show people this is who I am. This is also who I am, and this is all real. It's a gift, and it's something that far too few people are willing to do. And I think when you are in touch with your feelings like that, and you can be authentic to others and to yourself, I think things turn around. I think that's kind of what you kind of said.
It does, and it gives. So one of my gifts is people talk to me. Men, women, their walls go down. Period. It doesn't matter who it is. When I talk, they're comfortable. And I've even felt it when I'm speaking to certain more men than women. It happens, but because it's an intimate connection. When I connect with people, you feel it. You just do. And sometimes, and I can feel it when this happens. The men will back up because they feel it, and it's immediate. A wall's like wham, and I back up. And I ease off. I'm like, because that's okay. Not everybody is ready to talk.
Right.
And what I'm finding is when it's pressed, it doesn't work out.
No.
And if I show them it's positivity, I don't have to tell anybody anything. They come ask.
Yeah.
How is this happening?
Do you remember when, like, because obviously you weren't always like that. You weren't always that comfortable with talking about, with dealing, with revealing your emotions.
No.
Do you remember, if not the first time, when you realized, I can do this, I can share this, I can feel this and express it openly? Do you remember as that was beginning to evolve in you?
I think a lot of that, from me feeling it was okay, came from my booth.
Really?
So I didn't realize when I started my booth. So if you look at all of the pie pieces on my wheel, hop on one foot, say teamwork makes the dream work. What do you think everybody does before they do it?
They laugh.
They look around to see who's looking.
Wow.
And then they do it
Yeah.
and see it's safe.
Yeah.
And I did not realize I was doing these things to help me get through my anxiety, through my insecurities. And then by rewarding the positivity, that's the other part of it. Whoa, I just did something good.
Yeah.
It's okay to be human. Like,
Well, and to be playful and silly.
yes. I do it like people are like, wow. People, I hated you. I've had this. I hated you when I met you.
Wow.
Because I thought it was all fake and all this and that, but then you're really a good person. Whoa. Do you know how many people have said that to me? Like, actually that. They're like, you're really a good person.
I remember
like, why is that weird?
I remember the first time I saw you with mismatched socks. And I wondered, what kind of an act is this?
Yeah.
It's not. Because I see you all the time with mismatched
funny.
It was
socks.
wait, do you know why I do my socks and nails in my hair?
Why?
It was exposure therapy. It used to make me uncomfortable. That's how I got through my social anxiety. All of you, anybody that follows me, y'all have helped me be me.
That's awesome.
When I dance out in the community and run by somebody and tell them they're amazing, that's because I'm anxious. I've trained myself to be kind to people when I'm nervous.
Yeah.
And what that really does also is put it on my terms
I get that.
without
That
hurting
just
anybody.
kind of set off a little dinger in my head. Yep, because I think I do things like that too. Yes.
Well, And
Yeah.
it's
You turn things around on other people instead of
I do.
making the focus
Yeah,
on you.
you do. Right.
Put the
okay,
focus
they're
on
already
them.
laughing at me because I drew attention. Well, let's laugh with them, or let's do it some more.
Right. I like
and
it.
it's,
Right.
I will be honest with you, like it has been tough, like maintaining, get like all of the bad things I get called, and all of the words and the whispers, and somebody made a whole page to make fun of me.
Really?
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Like
I've
made
seen
a whole
some of
page.
that on your
I've had
Facebook
people
thing. Yeah.
on my Instagram make 22 videos and memes to just say the worst things about me.
And why?
And I wake
What
up
is
to
the
this. Like, so this
purpose?
whole time I've been spreading positivity, and
They
everybody's
have-
seen the happy
Yeah.
videos.
Way more time
Then,
and
yeah.
energy.
They're
I
jealous,
battle
I
for that.
guess.
I battle for my smile, but also to share it.
Yes.
Because people tear me down, not because of who I am, for what I'm doing for other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where it's backed me up. Okay, they're tearing me down, but wait, they're trying to stop me from spreading positivity. Well, let's get this. Let's stand up.
Yeah,
You know?
elbows up.
Jen, I'm going to quick say something, and I won't say who. I don't even remember which ones. When I had you for to speak for the
teachers?
daycare group, the
For the
teachers,
group, yeah.
there was they all were excited. There was somebody that said, "Oh, he's a little much," and I said, "But afterwards, they were just so moved by your story and everything."
Well, that's
but,
kind of it too.
you know what else? People think I'm a little too much. I can
What's
come in
too
with
much?
my energy, and I have somebody that's very sensitive that I know, spiritually and space, whatever. She actually will back up. I'll make, oh, I'm sorry, but I mean, it's just like the energy. It's just she's awesome. I can't explain it. When I
know
work,
what you
when
mean.
I do, I still volunteer or I still sub at the daycare once in a while, and I can come in a room and I'm kind of proud of it. But I'll come in and Miss Sherry, and all of a sudden all these kids that were calm were all excited, jumping all over, and the other teachers going, "Why do they go crazy every time you come in here?" I said
you're
it's
too
just my energy. I'm a little
It
too
is.
much,
It's
so then
'cause
I
you
have
shared
to.
your energy
Yeah.
with those
So
kids.
I'm proud of it, but at the same time, I think I get some of what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I think we have another question.
Well, we do. We are.
What about
Well, we did do a little bit with that, but one of the things I wanted to say,
Okay.
we're kind of doing little truth confessions here, being too much. I was a class clown in school.
Yeah.
And, this might be, I think when I first met Linda, Sherry's known me for a while. When I first met Linda, I think she would have been surprised to know that.
Yeah, she would be.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised, but not
Yeah.
so much anymore.
But,
I don't know if I would be
Yeah,
surprised
you-
after hearing
you-
you sing the song with
Yeah.
the twist on it.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I've known Koke for about a year, a little bit more.
Okay.
We've been doing some things at the markets together. So I don't know if I'm too much, but I'm a bit much.
You're subdued.
I'm a
But
little
you're-
bit more submissive, yeah. But I've been known to break out in song, and
I love it. I love
So-
it when people have energy and
yeah,
they share it.
and
It's amazing to me.
So it is, it's one of those things that you kind of go, wow, that's interesting. So yeah, getting that level of energy and interest. But one of the things I was going to say, I think we've got some more things to talk over, and we're already getting to be about 25 minutes.
Oh, we are.
Oh,
So what I would like to do.
wait, I didn't even graduate high school
I
yet.
know. So what I would like to do is pause right at this point and say this is video part 1, and we're going to do a part 2. So we'll come back and we'll do part 2 video, and we'll come back in and we'll do another video so you can find out more about Koke. All right. So we'll see you. Yes.
See you later.
No
Bye-bye.
freestyles till next time.
So okay. So.